Yeah, I'm back at it again. I know. I had actually got away from doing this. YouTube, how's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay today? All right. My name is Kenny. If you are coming back to the channel, welcome back to the crib, big baby. Good to see you again. Yes, absolutely. If this is your first time visiting the channel, first of all, thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to visit the channel. Thank you so very much. Listen, if you would, while you are here, let's take care of some business first. This channel is growing, and in order to continue that growth, we need your help. So hit that subscribe button right there below. Yep, that's it right there. Then hit the notification bell and hit all so you'll be notified every time there's some new content for you to check out. But it's good to see you as well. Thank you for being here. Let's get this timestamp out the way. It is June 25th, the good year of 2021 at the time of the recording. It's about 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. So obviously, as always, depending on where you are and when you are watching, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. All right, all right, all right. I missed you all. Yeah, I said it. I missed you all. I was talking to a subscriber yesterday, and it was like, wait a minute, Kenny, you were doing videos every day, and then you just stopped. Well, I don't know if you guys remember. I said I was going to do a video every day for the first 30 days. Then I was going to slow down because there were so many new people coming to the channel that were seeing some videos that I've done like 3 weeks ago. They were just catching up. And so I said, well, maybe I need to slow down and give everybody an opportunity to, get caught up on all the vids. Well, for my current subscribers, they're like, no, Kenny, keep them coming, baby. Keep them coming. So we'll try to meet in the middle. But I have missed you guys. It's like been a part of my day to get in front of this camera every day to talk to you all. And listen, if the content is helping you, that's really what it's all about, right? And so there's a lot of content. There's a lot of things going on. And so let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about that. But we'll try to pick up the pace again with the videos. So the title of this particular video, are you still looking for a factoring company? So I don't remember how long ago, but probably 2-3 weeks ago, we had one particular company on talking about their factoring services, right? Guys, I always say this. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I don't know your situation, and I don't know your goals in terms of what you're trying to do with your business. So I'm not going to tell you what to do. What I'm going to do is give you content or information or both. I guess it's the same thing. And you determine if it's going to be a good fit for you and your organization. If it's not, I understand. If it's a great fit, even better, right? So early next week, by the way, today is Friday. We did the timestamp again, June 25th, 2021. It's Friday. I've got a factoring company that's going to be on the channel. And guys, this is the one that I actually use. Not telling you to use them, but I would encourage you to take a look at them to see if it's a good fit. This particular company, and I'm not talking bad about anybody, but I'm just going to talk about this particular company. They do not require some of the requirements that other companies may or may not have. This is perfect, in my opinion, for new companies. You haven't taken your first load yet. You are out the box new. May not even have your authority set up yet. I think you need to take a look at them. And again, you take a look and say, hey, Kenny, I looked at them. No, I'm going to go this direction, or I'm going to do whatever. Perfectly fine. Uncle Kenny, feeling does not hurt. I just want to get you this information so you can take a look and see if it's a good fit. It's a good fit for me, but I always say what works for me may not work for you. It probably won't work for you, but it's certainly worth the look in my opinion. So I'm going to bring that to you next week. We talked yesterday, and they actually were saying it may be better for me to come to their facility. It's actually in Texas, so I'll be back at home in Texas next week for the upcoming 4th of July weekend. So we hadn't decided if I'm going there or if we'll just do the typical Zoom and then we upload it here to the YouTube channel. But guys, seriously, it is worth a look. And as I briefly touched on, if you have not started the process of getting your DOT and MC number and you don't want to do it yourself, they can help with this process as well. If you're doing it yourself to save some money, guys, that's perfectly fine. Actually, it's not a bad idea. But If you want to do it the other way, have somebody do it for you. Take care of the factoring. They're tailor-made for new companies. They also got the fuel cards as well. This is the one I use, if that matters. Not telling you to use them, but I am saying it's going to be worth taking a look. Okay? Talking to them. So we'll bring that early next week. I'm not telling you the company, guys, but here's why. This is not any hate or any messiness, but there are a lot of people who watch Uncle Kenny's channel so they can go back and try to do better on their channel. And that's fine. I want to help them too. So, but I don't want them to put my information out before I put it out. Does that make sense? So we're going to hold off on that until I actually give it to you next week. But I think, again, it's going to be worth you guys taking a look. And here's the other side. If you have a company that is working for you, whether that's factoring, whether that's dispatching, broker, whatever if your setup is working, this is probably not the video for you. I always say, if it's not broke, don't need fixing, right? But the other side of that is, if it'll help you do better, maybe you take a look, right? I always say a conversation start with a question. So we'll take a listen, ask some questions, and if it's a fit, good. If it's not, good as well. I just want to bring you the information so you guys can make an educated decision. But again, I think if you're new, you're still in that early phase process, researching and doing your numbers and just trying to figure out what's going to be the best avenue, the best lane for you and your organization, you may want to take a look early next week. I don't know if that's going to be Monday. It's going to probably be between Monday and Wednesday, but I will do another video to let you know the exact date and time because I don't want you to miss it. But this is good, man. This is really good in my opinion. And like I say, this is the company that I'm using. So if you're still on the fence about factoring, fuel cards, getting your authority set up, you may want to wait until you get this information and then make a decision. Now, I also had a subscriber share with me that I guess we'll just say he got information from somewhere else regarding regarding a dispatching service. But this particular dispatching company required him to be out for 3 weeks at a time. Now listen, the longer you're out, the more money you're going to make if you're doing OTR. We can all agree on that, right? But here's the thing, for me, not telling you what to do. One of the perks of being in business for yourself, you do what you want to do when you want to do it, right? If you wake up Monday and take a load and get it delivered on Tuesday and you say, I'm ready to go back home and don't want to run for another few days. Is that smart financially? Probably not, but the option is yours, right? And so I like to have all the control of my company in my hands. Let me also say this. That might work for you, though, being out 3 weeks at a time. Some of you may want to be out longer. Some of you may want to be out a couple of months. Nothing wrong with it. Actually, it's probably good. But if you do not want to be forced to do something, then that might not be good for you, right? So what am I saying? If you're not happy with your current situation as it pertains to dispatching services, give me a call. I can give you some other options that you can look at and see if they're a better fit. I can tell you the dispatching service that I use or will be using, I work when I want to work. When I don't want to work, I don't work. If I'm under a load, obviously I got to get that load to where it needs to be. But if I want to come back home, I try to make sure I get something coming back towards the house so I'm not deadheading and just spending money on fuel. Does that make sense? But I'm not going to be required to do anything with my company other than rules and regulations that we all have to abide by. But in terms of when I move my truck and how I move my truck, that's on me. Okay? So just to put that out there, let me say again, I'm not telling you what to do. Do what's going to be best for you. And listen, if the situation is working for you, you're happy with it, you're profitable, kudos, it's good, nothing wrong. If you're not happy, then you may want to look at some other options, right? If you can't fix your current situation. So that's really all I have, guys. If you have not made a decision, factoring, Hold on. Hold on. I got something good coming early next week. All right. So as always, well, first of all, it's good to see you. Man, I don't like this 2-3 days before we talk. You feel we got to connect more. All right. I do want to say this, guys, wherever you are in your journey, I hope that it is going well. Understand that this is not always an easy process and certainly not always an easy business, but it is a good business. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the trend in trucking. It's hot right now, but at the same time, there's some shortage of drivers. So even companies that normally would have own trucks and own drivers, they're reaching out to private contractors now because they don't have the drivers to move their truck and obviously their freight. And so there's great opportunity for direct contracts now. It just requires you to do a little bit more work. You got to get out and go talk to people. You'll be surprised with the response you get. They need help. If you think of any company just off the top of your head, they probably can use your service. So now is the time, guys, to have those business cards and go talk to people. Even if you're already making money, there may be another way as it pertains to direct contracts. And so they're out there. They're out there. Now is a good time to be in trucking, whether that's, tractor trailer, whether that's sprinter vans, whether that's expediting. I'm always a fan of expediting. It was a tough choice between expediting and just box truck. But, and they're similar, by the way. They're similar. Hot shot, there is RV moving, that's big out of Indiana where you're picking up some of their units and from the manufacturer and delivering them to dealerships throughout the USA. So there is all type of opportunity as it pertains to transportation. It's hot right now, guys. It is. But as I just said, peaks and valleys. There's always going to be some bumps in the road, whether that is financial bumps, whether you're in the business and it's moving slow, whether it's personal. There's always going to be bumps along the way. And if it wasn't, probably wouldn't mean a lot to you, right? You wouldn't appreciate it. So I want to come, Kenny, start preaching, but hang in there. I believe what I'm saying right now is talking to somebody. Hang in there. It's going to come around if it's not already coming around. Hang in there. I do believe sometimes, guys, you have to take a step back in order to take 2 steps forward, if that makes sense, right? But I hope it's going well for all of you. I'm always an email or phone call away, all right? So if you have any questions, you can drop them down in the comments. Now, you may have noticed, I'm going to mention this and I'm going to leave it alone. Sometimes you are able to hit the like button. Sometimes you're not able to hit the like button. When you hit the down button, it still helps the channel. But what I realized is I did a video where I was just congratulating somebody on the purchase of their truck. Nothing to not like, right? But somebody still disliked it. And I did that video for 2 reasons. Obviously, the primary reason is what I said. I wanted to congratulate them. That was a good thing. But to see if somebody would give that a thumbs down. And that tells me, guys, 1 or 2 things, right? Hate or jealous. It's probably both, right? And listen, we can't do nothing about that. People are who they are. That's who they are. But it's out there. When you start to grow, yeah. I talked to a social media manager yesterday, and this is actually linked to the company that we're going to be talking to next week. And she says, I love it how you said, people give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either one helps the channel grow, but they don't know that, right? I'm like, obviously not. But I always like to see what where it's coming from. And so that video that I did a couple of days ago, all positive, right? It's just me saying congratulations to this person. Nothing wrong about it. If you have a problem with me saying congratulations to somebody, come on now. Hate or jealousy. In which case, we love them too. We love them too. So, but you can always leave a comment, because if it's a negative comment, I can know who that negative comment is coming from, and we can deal with it person to person, right? So, or we can get rid of them. Okay? My phone number, you got a problem or you have a question, you can call me anytime. Not hiding, numbers right there. You can email me anytime with questions, concern, or what have you. That information is also below as well. Guys, I'm here to help with the information. If it's helpful, great. If it's not helpful, the cool thing about YouTube, you have a plethora of options. We can all agree on that, right? And I watch a lot of the channels. There's some great videos out here. But that's the cool thing about it. In my business of radio, I always say there's so many buttons you can push. There's multiple options in terms of radio stations. Same thing with YouTube channels. And so if Uncle Kenny is not helping in terms of giving you good information, or you want to fact check it, or you just want to go somewhere else, you got that option, right? But if you keep coming back, number one, I appreciate that so very much. If you keep coming back, there's a reason, right? Even if you don't like it, you're coming back to support the channel. We're going to keep it rolling, baby. Thumbs up, thumbs down, if you have that option, depending on how I do the settings. It's all good too, baby, because we're going to be here and we're going to keep growing, okay? Don't worry about being me. Be you. Be the best you can be. Run your thing, you'll be good. Tough times don't last forever. Tough people always do. Money does not come with instructions. Sometimes back in the day, I wish it did, but it doesn't. So you definitely got to be smart in your decision-making process. Got to be patient, got to be disciplined, and I believe you certainly got to have a plan. And you'll be okay. All right? We will talk again soon. All right, take care.